Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darrell Addison at torpedopod.com. Darrell Addison at torpedopod.com, and you're looking at self-growing planters. Um, they've been growing these plants, I guess now for about 8 weeks, I guess, 8 weeks or something like that. But it's been real cold. Today it's cold too, even though I have my shirt on, I have my thermals underneath it. But it's real cold out also, and so they've endured the cold weather outside, freezing, and then it unfreezes, and then so it was like hitting 23, 30 degrees, 40 degrees. At one point, I think it went up to 60, and it drops back down and kills them all. But these guys have been doing perfectly. So what I got to do is that I want to come out and I want to make me some breakfast. I haven't eaten today, and I want to get something to eat. So I'm going to start getting some food off this planet. Hey, donkey, how you doing? I always go for the biggest first. I'm a firm believer in the biggest. Now notice I've only been on this side of the planter. I really haven't turned it around in any other sides of the planter, so there's more here to be gotten. It's amazing. Man, it's gonna cook down really well. I normally don't eat this much because I mix it with so many other things. And so, that's good. As a nutritious meal that gives me the right vitamins, this is good for me. I'm cool. But as I start to mix it in with my quinoa, my meat, so maybe a little bit of nice grain rice, then you might want to get a little bit more. But right now, by itself, I need to thin it out anyhow, because if I don't thin it out, then you'll get all this growth and you won't get any new growth because of the shaded areas that would take place in the plant. So I'm just going to take this out so it can develop some new growth. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Now this is only one planter. I've got so many planters to go, so I need to speed up, move a little faster. We've got about 10 planters in this section that we've got to cut up if we want to. Remember now, I don't have to remove any of these things at all. They can sit here for the rest of the year and it won't bother me at all. The only time I want to change these things out is when if I want to put some new plants in or something of that nature, you know? But no, you just let the planter run by itself. Now, I really haven't come out and I've taken some off, but not a lot off each one of these. And so I really need to go in and clean it up, just to let you know what's going on. But I really haven't did it. Now, I normally would take the leaves out because it's food. I don't want leaves in my food, but it really doesn't matter because the leaves provide a thermal layer on top of the soil so that the top of the soil won't freeze over, because it will freeze. The soil freezes a lot. And so we're looking at, when it freezes, I come out and pop these off. They're like glass. It's just breaking your hands. But when they start to defrost, they're amazing. So 2 planters already. I don't know how much this is, but and I'm not, you know what, let me turn this around and really do clean this planter. I'm talking not really clean up like I want to. Find out what stocks you want to use for your soups, because a lot of times you want to cook these stocks down instead of throwing away like I am for your soups. Actually, they're actually very good and they're very nutritious. I'm not going to throw these away. They're not too bad. Once I see some yellowing or something, they're just hanging out the pot, and because they're hanging outside of the pot, the wind is hitting them and it's causing them to go through a chill as opposed to be in the herd. And so that's what's going on with that. But now you don't see any death in these planters. There's no death. Look at that leaf. Isn't that leaf beautiful? Is that not beautiful or what? That leaf is beautiful. And so you don't see any death in our planters. You don't see any bugs coming and eating the leaves. You don't see any holes. We don't really have that our problem at all. We just do as much as we can to utilize it and to build this micro environment and let it take off and do its thing. Ah, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it, I love it. Hey guys, there's only 2 planters. 2 planters. I want to see how much this weighs. Hey, where you go? You okay? Make sure my dog stays within range. Man. All right, I'm going to cut that back, and we'll see how that does. Boy, this looks so great. I just got to cut more, man. There's so much more that I'm missing here. Yep. Around. And yeah, I need to come in and clean this out. So maybe I'll take the chance to take the time to do that. See this? The leaf has gotten old and aged with weather and over the pot, but it looks so, it still looks gorgeous. So the stems still have nutrition. Now, what I'm trying to get you to understand is the concept of nutrition, okay? The properties that are inside this leaf are the properties that give you health and strength. So it acts like a drug. We call it a pharmacological properties. It has drugs in it, or nutrients in it, that can bring you your health back and establish you the way your body originally fed off food and was designed to do so. So when you look at food, don't look at food as being old because it's not sitting on a supermarket shelf and has a certain color. I want you to look at food as being old in terms of how it decays, okay? Because you have some food, most of the food that you grow in a torpedo pot, a lot of different types of food, will sit on the torpedo pot year round and just grow, okay? Most foods are seasonal foods, wherein that we have tomatoes that will grow for 9 months out of the year. And for the rest, the sun hits it and it kills it in its region, northeastern region. But you go into a different region where that you can have tomatoes growing all the time. And some of your vines might even go as far as 30 feet if you let them go. So you determine how you want to never run out of food. Now, why am I taking this off? Because even though the coloration is still soft, now notice, when I say about decay, when things are dead, they rot. A whole new set of fungus comes in, takes over, and destroys it. But when you're looking at a leaf like this that still has life into it, it's not decay that's taking place. Whatever's happening is happening throughout that leaf, but not to the plant, just to the leaf. So this leaf has still the properties. It hasn't gone through a state of decay that makes it toxic for you. It's just going through a seasons, so the nutrients that it was getting and the light that it was getting, it doesn't get anymore, okay? So with that being said, this right here, I would take the stalk and I would use it in a lot of my soups. And a lot of the nutrition, the pharmacological properties that are in your plants will go inside of your mouth. So you're either gonna choose 2 things in your mouth. You're gonna stick your plants in your mouth, or you're going to stick your medicine in your mouth. The other stuff doesn't count because it's not food. So with that being said, oh, my dog's about to eat my leaf. I'm going to take my gorgeous leaf here. And that is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to put it in my food pile so I can start eating. Okay. Now I've got 10 more to do here, and I need to do this because I need to clean them out. So I'm thinking about, I cooked this batch today, and I'll throw some peppers that I grew, some green peppers, I got jalapenos, I got cayenne, multiple peppers, and I'll throw them in together and create a really great meal. And maybe saute that down with those peppers and a little bit of sauce, maybe a little bit of meat, it depends. And maybe some quinoa, some rice, cook it down. And I'm gonna tell you something, it's going to be fabulous, fabulous. Talk to you guys. Oh, and I got some tomatoes and celery and things in the refrigerator, but I have celery back here, and I'll just grab the celery and cook and make a meal. Guys, talk to you later. DarRadisson, torpedohunt.com. Bye-bye.